All right. I see connection is good there. I think we are good here as well. Let me start up the bot and we will be able to get going here. Turn that off. I have an extra mouse, so let's see. Here you are. I'm also just double checking. Oh, it just did it. Nice. All right. And I gotta pull up one more thing and I should be good to go. There it is. All right. Good deal. And let's flip over. And pop that up. All right, here we go. Except I have no camera, so 1 second. Maybe? Oh, that is no good. I'm wondering what happened there. Okay, just a second, and I'm double checking the camera. I don't know what's happened to the camera. I need like a technical difficulties or something. I know what happened. Okay, I think with any luck, we should nope. All right, I'm trying one more thing. Something is weird about the USB capture card, so that's fun. had switched one out the other day when I was trying to figure out what was going on with the audio issue, and it worked fine this morning, and it worked fine, I thought, since then, but apparently it's not working fine now. Trying that one more time. Nope, we're getting a red signal. I'm just trying to figure out what the heck I did with the other one. Okay. Yeah, it's very much a pain. I don't know why this particular one isn't working, but I think this might have been why I stopped using this one originally, because it kept doing this, and I did not remember that. If anybody just joined, sorry about that. I have having a camera issue, so I'm trying to get that fixed really quick before we get into the coding. All right, let's see if this maybe works. Nope, I do not see anything there. Let me try a USB port maybe. All right, I think that, yep. Okay, awesome. Let's double check the settings here. Okay, that'll work. Finally. All right. Okay. So now that we have this going here, I realize I have the wrong project open. So let me open the correct one here, and we don't need to save that, and we'll get moving. Okay, so the plan today is to try to go ahead and create a few power-ups. I have the actual power-up object, the collectible that we're going to use, and let me turn off this light overhead so you can actually see better. There we go. There we go. Okay. So let's do one more thing before I forget, because the notifications are going to drive me crazy. So let's do not disturb till this evening. Sure. Okay. So we have this power-up collider collectible thing, and what this does is it is being spawned when we actually get the object, or when we break a brick, rather. And so then, from there, we should be able to wire that in to send a signal that tells us what power-up we get. And it's going to basically... I think the way I'm going to approach this, at least right now, is that I'm either going to have the game manager or or a power-up menu, one of the two. I think the game manager makes the most sense, just because it's not doing a ton of other stuff. So let's go ahead and we're going to attach... we're going to just open up the game manager script. Eventually, we'll add the game manager script to the actual game manager node and all that and scene. But this is what we're going to be using here. And so I am going to go ahead. We're going to use... Yeah, let's go here. So for the moment, I'm just going to create a bunch of bools. We may end up needing to change those to an array of bools. We'll see. But right now, that's the route we're going to go. And so I'm going to say var, let's call this score multiplier. Actually, I think we can invoke the score multiplier. Whatever. We'll do it this way. Or do we need the score multiplier? I think we do. I think we want this as a variable for reasons. False. Okay. So we have that. I'm going to do var. Let's call this what else do we want to do right now? And then when we're on ready, we're going to signal I think we're essentially going to want a match statement to figure out which one we run. So say connect dot powerup collectible. Actually, let's do let's give this a class. Class name powerup collectible. Okay. We're gonna say get powerup dot connect, and then we're gonna use that and run a function called determine powerup, and it's going to take in, we're going to take in a bool, or are we going to take in something else? I guess a boolean makes the most sense. Yeah, sure. We'll say we're going to take in do we want to take in a bool? How is the stream health actually looking on your side, by the way? Because I'm seeing some issues in OBS, and I just don't know. Don't know if I'm dropping a lot of frames, or yeah, I think I am, based on what I'm seeing, which is kind of weird because it says stream health is fine. Yeah, it's very confused. Let's refresh this really quick. Okay, I mean, it says it's okay. Okay, we're not void, and then pass. But I mean, it's watchable. Like, I mean, it's just. Ugh, I'm seeing so many drop frames. I don't know if this is gonna be a long stream because of that. Let's see. Okay. Well. Yeah, it's annoying. But I think that's all related to the graphics drivers issues that are going on right now with NVIDIA and Linux. Anyway. I will continue on for now, and I'll see what I can get implemented before we call it a stream here. But it's annoying. Let's see. Okay, and so then we want to determine powerup. Okay, so cannot find member get powerup in base powerup collectible. That's fine because that we haven't made it yet. So we go here, we go to the script, here we go. And so then we have signal. Actually, let's say powerup obtained or collected probably makes the most sense. And then we'll say powerup collected dot emit, and that is, for the moment, that is all the powerup is going to care about. I think eventually we have to set the type of powerup that we have here, and I have to think about what that means. It may just be that we pull it from the thing, because I want this power up to essentially have a different mesh or a different color or something like that to represent at least the types of power ups that that we have here. And actually, I'm gonna need more than a bool for the power up names, because I need to tell it what type of power up it is. So, game manager, and it's going to be power up collected. Okay. So we're going to call this var power up dictionary. I think that's what I want. Okay, so score multiplier. And it's gonna have time. Not sure how I feel about that. Okay, I could have just a giant match statement eventually. It seems very complicated. I almost wonder if I'm going to be better off just doing a resource. Let's try it this way first, and we'll see how much I hate it. Okay, and so then, what did I have wrong? Not declared. Dictionary. I just do not use dictionaries often. Let me look at this. This dictionary. Oh, they're strings. The keys are strings. That's what I'm missing. Okay. Game manager. And we'll make this a key. Okay, I think that'll work. Oh, did I not actually save this? Power collected. And then game manager. For the moment, I'm just gonna let that error be. I think there's, let's save the project, save all. And I guess we'll reload it really quick. Just to see if maybe that fixes things. Nope, it's still not happy about that. What am I missing here? Okay, there it is. There is emitted. And then that is the correct dot connect, and then you tell it what you're calling. Okay, and so then what we do is we say powerup dictionary dot get yeah, it really is. Let me see about the. Let's see if I can find a good result here. Goodo. Get random key from dictionary. Let's see. Okay, that's fine. So we'll do get size or just size. And then we will pick a random, actually, we'll just call this var dictionary size. And we will let that inherit. There may be an easier way to do this in Godot 4, but random key equals powerup dictionary dot keys, and then we're going to pull randi range. Actually, randi, and then I can find the. I'm going right there. We go. Size. Is it not happy about? And then we just want to print the powerup dictionary dot random key. Except it's not dot generally in dictionaries. It is this random key. Okay. So let's go figure out why we are having this issue here, because am I mistyping the class name maybe? Okay, that's fine, because I don't really care where the signal is emitted. I just need to have a signal emitted, and signal powerup collected. Whoops. Powerup collected. And so then instead of the powerup collected, collectible emitting it, we'll just have the game manager tell itself that. I don't really like to do that way, but that is the way I'm going to do it for now, and I will figure out a smoother way later, and I don't need to worry about that anymore. That should clear that error, and we can finally figure out it's random int. Not declared. Oh, that's fine. Awesome. Okay. Cannot infer type. That is fine. It's going to be an int. All right. So let's try to see what happens. What should happen is that we only have one item in the dictionary. I'm going to add another one so that we can see what happened here, and we can go from there. So we'll say Nook and chatter, and let's just see if we get the power-ups actually showing that we're getting them. If we can get that far, then we can try to see about other options. So far, I'm not actually seeing it spawn a power-up, though. Why not? What's going on? Oh, we're hitting the wall. We're hitting a wall. I wonder what's happening there. So what this should do is this should... We're going back to our power collectible. Am I still... Or did I think I changed it so that the brick gives it its entire... where is it? I think I changed it so the brick gives the entire position, and I think that could be the issue, so I am trying this out really quick to see. Yeah, that's what I did. So instead, not broken, I want spawn power up. So instead, I want to use these. And I want to turn off this one. Okay, and then power up collectible. Position Y, 0.2, that should be fine. So let's try that and see if that does the trick. Well, it's the floor. And it's specifically because I'm not calling to check for groups. We're still hitting the wall, aren't we? What is going on here? Negative 19.2, 5.667. I wonder what changed, because I haven't really changed this. What if I change this to 0.5? And then I double check the power up collectible position. Okay, that's fine. Collision shape, that's fine. So I guess we will try this. Oops, not that. I guess we'll try this again here. Yeah, something is not right. Because we're hitting walls, I know. So weird. And what happened to Spotify? Oh, it just was a long pause. So what is happening here? Start position. Start position 0.50. Oh. Are we not getting a position? Yeah, we're not getting a position. That's why. Okay, that's fine. So what is happening here? Because we are adding a child, and then we're setting the position name. Or we're setting the X and Z positions. Interesting. I wonder what's happening here, because this was working the other day. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Absolutely. Let me recover. There we go. Okay, so we're setting them here, but they're clearly not getting set over there. So I guess what we need to do is we need to... I could pass over the position, I guess, directly. I don't know if that's the way to go. This is good to see now, because I do think it's related to the NVIDIA stuff that's going on, because it's just making everything just a bit slower. So I think what's happening is that the add child is not happening until the add child and the set. Wait. What about this? I don't think I can do this. Oh wait, because I think what it's gonna say is that it doesn't. Oh, maybe. Let's try it. Oh, that was a good sign, but what happened? Yeah, that's what I thought. So not a wait. Get tree. Dot physics frame. Not that. I always forget this thing because I hardly ever use it. Let's stop because all the music's overlapping. Let's go to the world. And just we'll check the command that I need. It's like a weight physics frame or something like that. There's world. Ah, there it is. Get tree physics frame. We'll try that. I don't know that I necessarily want to do that, but that might be what I'm looking for. And see if that maybe does the trick. Nope, I don't think so. I saw it spawn just briefly, and then it immediately went away. Yeah, pretty much. That is exactly what game dev is all about, is figuring it out. Oh, you know what may be happening? Oh, okay. I thought maybe something was happening here that was gonna mess up the spawning, but I don't think so. I think it's just something else is happening here. So let's print the new brick position. Let's do this instead. And before that, though, we're gonna print brick position. I'm gonna have to delete so many print statements once I'm done with this, and then we're gonna print the position. All right. So let's see what we get, because I think what we're gonna see is there are gonna be two different values. We're gonna get the actual brick position, and then we're going to see that. Yep, I think that's exactly what we're gonna see. because it should say brick position. Oh, I don't see that. Oh, there it is. But notice, oh, okay. What's happening here? Huh. Hey, Soul Engine Studio. Okay, so something is clearly going wrong here, because what I'm seeing is that it's going down through here, it's going down, and it's setting the start position, but then it's going back and picking up the brick position, and clearly that is the wrong order. It should not be doing that. So it's like nothing is getting passed over to the brick, and that is our problem, is that we're not seeing anything get passed over to our brick. So I'm trying to think about what we can do about that. We can't really await. We could await a process frame or something, maybe. But these don't really return anything. We can't really await this. Is it a physics thing versus process frame thing? Let's try that. Let's go to powerup collectibles. So what I'm thinking is that there's something going on with the process frame versus physics frame, because the physics frames are limited to a certain number. Right now, I believe in my my config, it's limited to 60 a second. But the process frame can run as many times a second as your computer can output. And I mean, granted, my computer right now is a little weird, but like I think we're probably still getting beyond 60 FPS at times. So interesting. I wonder if that's it. Let's try this. I don't... Found game manager, what? Let's try running that. Okay, we should have had something spawn. We did not. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think we're getting the same thing. I think it's still doing this. While hit position is 28.0. What in the world? Brick position, start, yeah, we're still getting start position and brick position. So the hit position is 20. Okay, so it is spawning there, but why 28 and 10? I had the power-ups popping up. I'm trying to figure out why they're no longer doing so. It was working very well last stream, so, and I haven't changed anything. So I'm trying to figure out why our power-ups are just literally hitting the brick right away. So what we'll do is we'll say elif body dot is in group walls. Okay, it's moving now. Okay, okay, good. We at least got that far. We can get past this. Type int. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So instead, we'll say string. And we will see what power up we actually get. Ow, what have I got? Could not find type string. Oh, I bet it's capitals. Yeah. Okay. So now we should be either seeing like score multiplier or we should be seeing Nuki Nook in our results. Let's see what we get. Chatter. Okay. So that means that Nuki Nook was the key. So let's do this and say print and we'll say key equals power up actually equals random key, and then value okay, so now we should see either score multiplier and time or Nuki Nook and chatter. Once we so you'll notice right there. I gotta see if I can increase the font there, but you can see right here we got that, and that is from our dictionary right here. So let's see if we can also get the score multiplier as well here. We're still getting I'm just seeing Nuki Nook, so I'm not sure if I'm able to actually get that value. Oh, nope, I saw it there. So right here. Okay, so now we're getting each of our things in the dictionary. I don't think that this is going to be a final option here, because eventually we want to go ahead and do something else with the. We want to do things like weight them with the power ups and things like that. So ultimately, this is not going to be our final solution, but it is a starting point here. So what I want to do from here is, can I wonder if I can call a function based on a key in a dictionary. So like, let's say score, let's call this multiply, score, pass, actually we'll print got here, multiplying score by 200,000. Not really, but for testing purposes, we'll say that. What am I missing? Oh, arrow, not a dash. Okay, so can I do this? I don't think I can, but it's worth a shot. Because, I mean, ultimately... Nope. Oh, interesting. So, instead of a string, I want this to be a callable. So, will this work? I have no idea. Oh, this is honestly just getting started. This is not going to be the final form of this script. I just want to see if I can get something working to... Yeah, that's what I thought. There's our issue. Okay. So... function... we'll call this... chatter... pass. That is a good point, though, that I'm going to have to keep in mind, is that if I do it this way and I want to have autocomplete and things like that, then I have to go ahead and... Oh, what happened? Oh, okay. Right, this is still a string. The key is still a string. I think. But I still think it's not going to matter. Let's see. Can I... call function based on dictionary key? Let's see. You can assign it through funcref, although it's much more advisable to make those objects resources instead and extend their methods through the use of class inheritance. Functions are not first-class objects. I don't know if that's still the case. Let's see. Yeah, I'm looking forward to people getting to try it out. Let's see. It does not look like what I'm looking for. Okay, thinking, processing. So the issue is that I can't call the method directly if I use the dictionary. I could potentially call it if I use like an array or dictionary of resources. It would be an array of resources, I guess. That's not ideal. That's a possibility, though. Alright, I'm just double checking the time. I have to make sure I'm ready for something closer to 4 my time. Okay. So I can't do that. Word key and dictionary keys, print key, dictionary key. Okay, that's fine. I want to access the content of a dictionary. So what I could do is I could have a match and then basically say, say something like, instead of dictionary, it would just be an array of strings. And I would just add it to that. And I could do pick random. So let's try that. So say, let's go var, whoop, not multiply score, var powerup array. And we're going to say, I can't just say multiply score here, can I? I didn't think so. Multiply score. And then we'll add the second one. And we won't be using powerup dictionary anymore. That's fine. But so if we get score multiplier, let's match. Never use match. So let me pull up documentation for that. Here we go. Match param. So 3. Okay. Match. C match. Match is more strict than equal operator. For one example, will not match 1.0. That's fine. Okay. So pattern and then block, and then pattern and then Wingard expression block. So match X. 1 matches literal type float. Oh, okay, okay. Wildcard pattern. Binding pattern. Dictionary pattern. Okay. Okay, we could do it that way. We could do it that way. I don't know if we can use a string though. We'll see. Okay. So we are going to bring in str, which is a string, and we're going to match str and score multiplier, score or multiply score. Then do I do a comma? No, I just what happened? Oh, match. No, there is no comma. Okay, so then we just do that, and then we say this one. And I think I can even potentially hit enter to make that a little bit clearer. And then say chatter. Okay. And then we can print. Sure, we'll print pass. Okay. So what should happen, and then we don't need these. And we need to Determine power up. And we need to find power up array dot pick random. Okay, so what this should do is this should call our let's see, certain keywords, certain colors. Okay, so it's just a syntax coloring things. I mean, it really depends on what kind of what theme you have, but different things mean the different colors mean different things. So, for example, the blue here, that is going this kind of aqua or light teal or whatever blue. That is going to be a function call or a method call. I don't remember off the top of my head which one of these is a method or a function in this case. Let's double check. So this is process. I believe it's a function. I believe it's process function. But the kind of teal color thing is a function call. Because it literally says func right in front of it. So red is a keyword here. That is a function call, light teal. The green is a variable type. So in this case, it's a float, and then void is being returned. And this is a string, and void is being returned. And then match is a different type of keyword. Maybe function is considered a constructor. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's what those are, and that's why they look a little bit different. And print is just a different, I think print is a method, maybe. But yeah, and then you'll notice like this is a function call, and this is a function definition. So they're different colors depending on that too. Okay, so what we should be getting now is we should be calling two different functions depending on which one we actually get. I'm not seeing any errors so far, so we just have been really unlucky. Okay, cool. Let's see what we got. Still seeing that. This is so weird. Okay, so that means we got this function called, because I see pass right here. Awesome. Okay, so now what we can do is we can say score manager. Do I have a score manager yet? I may not have a score manager yet. I do not. What about utils? I don't think I do. Nope, I do not. Do I have... I think I'm going to end up keeping the score in a score manager just to make it easier to keep track of that way. Let's see, plugins, it's not plugins, it's globals. Auto load, we have signal bus, we have sound manager, we have global. We may not need the signal bus now because of the way we're doing these, but we'll see. I may end up routing all of these into different things. But anyway, okay. So what we need to do is we need to create a score manager. I want to add that. GD script is fine. No default, that is fine because we're just dealing with score purely, plain and simple. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we are going to have var score, and that is going to be an int, and it is going to start at 0. probably. We may need to change that. We are going to have a score multiplier. And that's also going to be an int. And right now it's going to be at 1. Or do we want it to be a float? Let's do a float. Just in case we want to do something else. 1.0. And we're going to have a var. And this is going to be bonus score. And this is going to be an int. And it's going to, let's say, start at 1,000. Okay. Let's see. So we got that. Just double checking stream health here and just seeing everything, if everything's okay. It's not the best. The NVIDIA issues really kind of mess things up. It seems to be running a little better, maybe. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm trying to think of what other score kind of increases we might want. Oh, we may want a var base multiplier. It's going to be a float. And it's going to be 1.0. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to update the base multiplier based on whatever the difficulty is set as. And so that way we can have our score, like, let's see. We want to set the score. I think what we want to do is we want to say set. I never use set and get in Godot. I need to double check where that was. Where was that? It was something about. Maybe it was color. Nope, it was something else. Was it the game manager primary colors? I don't think so. No. It was something else. Okay, that is good. It's good that there's no more buffering. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, where was it? There. Oh, what had happened here? Ow. Conditioned. Let's see. So there's somewhere else I did a set, and I am just completely blanking on where that was. Where would I have done that? Because it was on one of the menus. It was on one of the menus. It was in the debug menu. That's where it was. Okay, that was a get. So we returned that. No, we won't do it that way. I say as I almost knock over my water. What we'll do is we will just create a... Where is our... Instead of doing it this way, we will just make a thing called function set update score and amount. This is going to be an int, I believe, and void. And so then we're going to say score equals score plus amount. And then amount is going to be times score multiplier and times base multiplier. So then our score multipliers in hard mode are going to be very, very powerful. We'll see. I may have to move it out of that. It may be something more like that wouldn't make much difference, I don't think. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But anyway, that will be our update score. And so then we can call that when we destroy bricks. We can call that when we kill bricks, or hit bricks rather, and then we can call that also at the end of a level. And then function add bonus score, and we're gonna call, we don't need the amount because we should already have that, void. So it's gonna be basically this, except instead of amount, we're gonna have bonus score. And you cannot use the score multiplier on that one. So kind of my idea for the score bonus score here is that I want it to like count down maybe per level or something. I need to see like what kind of timing makes sense. But I kind of think it's gonna count down so that maybe it starts at like 5,000 or 1,000 or something. Whatever makes sense. I have to see how the scoring's gonna actually scale. But yeah, eventually that's where it's gonna kind of come in. So let's go ahead and get the score added here. We're gonna go to our bricks, and we're going to say brick hit, take damage right here. So we're gonna say score manager dot update score, and let's start with 10. Let's start with 100 because I like big numbers. And then for destroying the bricks, let's say score manager dot set, or update score rather, and 1,000. Yeah, if it's 1,000, then we're gonna have to give a lot more points for completing levels quickly, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. Now, what we'll do over here in our power up, this is all coming back to our power up. Once I find the, there it is. Oh no, game manager. That's where I'm storing them right now. I need to probably create a power up thing here eventually, but we'll see. It's gonna depend on. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll say get tree dot create, is it create timer? Yep. And we're going to say 10. And then we're going to say function reset score multiplier. This is also going to be a void. And we're going to say game manager, or not game manager, score manager. Score manager dot score multiplier equals 1.0. Actually, I don't want to do. I don't want to have a string there. So let's do something slightly different. Oh, there it is. So let's also, instead of base multiplier, let's instead of using base multiplier, let's call it difficulty multiplier. Okay, and this is also going to be a float, and we're just going to say for the moment it equals 1.0. Now the base multiplier will not be that. The base multiplier will be what we set our score multiplier back to, just so that we don't have any kind of hard-coded thing here. If we ever decide that we're going to update the base multiplier, then we will be able to just simply update that in one place and not have to worry about update it here. So then we'll say score manager dot base multiplier. There we go. And in fact, I really do need to see if I can get my external editor set up, because sure, we can leave that there for now, because that would be the only place these work. But I really need to see if I can get my external editor set up at some point here, because it's really frustrating to try to go between things. Okay. So now we're gonna say score multiplier manager dot score multiplier equals 2.0, and we're gonna see if that works. And we're going to say on timer. Oh, wait, I think I have an idea. So we'll say var new timer, or score timer, equals, and then we'll say score timer dot timeout dot connect, and we will say reset score multiplier. All right, and so now what we should be able to see, print, not there, we want to print it right after. So print score multiplier reset, and then score manager dot score multiplier, and we'll print it here too. I'm gonna have so many print statements. Score multiplier score manager dot score multiplier. Okay, so what we should see is that we are now multiplying the score by, we're going to see multiplying the score by 200,000. Then we're going to get a timer, and we're going to essentially set the score multiplier. I'm just going to make it 5 seconds just to make it easier. I am also going to go in and remove some of our other prints. I'm not going to worry about these for now, because these are fine. These are what I expect, but I do want to try this. I want to keep an eye out for other prints as we go forward. So let's try to see what this does. See. Nope, we got pass again. We got pass again. Why do we keep on getting that? That's weird. Okay. Is it because I'm not doing randomize? It's okay. For the moment, what I will do is I will only give us one in the first place, so we can only pick one. Okay. Now we should we're not getting there, are we? Interesting. All right, multiply score. Oh, I see what I did. Maybe. Oh, that's right. And then it's multiply score, and I'm not seeing any of this. can I print out score multiplier? I just want to see if I'm getting this far. Wait. Oh, okay. I thought for a second there that the spacing was off. Okay. We do not... What's going on there? Because we're definitely getting pass when this is called. We're definitely getting that. But we are not getting our reset score multiplier call. I wonder why. What are we missing here? Oh, I see. That's why. We need a default condition somewhere around here, but for the moment, that's fine. We should be good now. Yep. Okay, so we got that. And let's go ahead and just make sure the timeout works. Okay, score multiplier is 2. Score multiplier reset. Awesome. That is working exactly how we expect it to. What I don't know is if that is going to make it so that I think what should happen is if I go and I get another score multiplier, for example, it should just reset that timer. But I'll have to do some further testing and really kind of dig into that to see what's going on there. All right, good deal. Okay, cool. So we got that. Let's go ahead and see what else makes sense. I do have my design here. Let's check this out and see if I actually thought up any power-ups to add. I don't think I had yet. I think I was starting on that and I have not done that yet. So let's add a new deck. We're gonna call these power-ups. And sure, this one for now. Oh, I'm already using that, so let's not use that again. Edit. Sure, we'll do this. I'll come up with a new icon later. So let's see, we're gonna have a score multiplier. We're also going to create another one. And we're going to have, I have notes somewhere and I'm just trying to remember where they are. I think they're here. Let's see. Okay, menus, task list. Is this it? Ah, here we go. Okay, I'm just gonna go power through adding some of these. Factory. And it's control enter. Laser. Teleport. Ball. Magnet. Paddle. Smaller ball. Or a smaller paddle. I don't know if the smaller ball is going to work, but we'll see. Bigger paddle. Multi-ball, maybe? And the sticky paddle. I see a YouTube thing. Yeah, maybe. I've been rethinking about that, actually. Maybe it'll be a video series. We'll see. So... create explosive bricks. Okay, yeah, that sounds like a good one. Make new bricks explosive. Randomly turn on explosion for certain bricks. Okay. Score multiplier we have. Magnet ball. I don't know about magnet ball, what that would be. Bigger ball. Ball. Pierce. Ball. Okay. So we've got these. These are just our starting point, and I don't even know that I'm going to implement all of these. I want to get as many kind of ideas as I can think of, and then go and update these as I go. And by the way, in the Discord now, there is a new channel, one for ideas and feedback, and then another one to report bugs. And so if you end up having, let's move this actually up to here. So if you end up reporting an idea or feedback or anything like that, they will end up showing up here. So there is that too. Okay. So we've got these. I thought about like bigger explosive radius or something, but like that just doesn't really make sense when it's so random if there's an explosive bricks on the map or not. What about... Oh, I really like this idea. I don't know if I can get this to work, but one-time use, rewind, 5 seconds. Part of that, I'm not sure if that's going to work, but that is something where that could be useful. I just don't know if it's how it would work when it comes to, like, losing a life, for example. But we'll see. So boost power up, maybe, probably not. I think boost is just going to be a normal thing. Did I add speed paddle? I think I did. Yeah, I did. I'm going to call this cat direction. So ball bounces in random direction. Some of these power-ups are going to be bad. So you're going to have to avoid some of them, I think. But I want to try to make it very obvious what those are. Oh. What about just like faster ball? Or slower ball? Slower ball. Okay. There's those. let's start with those and see what makes sense. So what we're going to do first, let's just add, I'm just going to go through and add some of these that I think really make sense to add. And then I will figure out how to implement those as I go. But for example, bigger paddle. That one I actually think isn't going to be too bad. So I'm just trying to think about what we need for this. So I think we're going to definitely need code. And this is going to go into the code deck. And we're going to need code, save step. Will we need art for all of these? Code. We might need art on some of these. We might need animation on some of these. Animation. You may see other random decks in here where I've been playing around with this. Ignore those. They're not being actively used. And then art. Art. All right. So we got those. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I really need to potentially add to all of these. I can always add one-offs, but I think for now that's fine. And what we also need to do is add UI powerup animation and save the card. We'll get the thing. There we go. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and get the bigger paddle. And let's go ahead and start that. And then I will take that into my hand. Whoops, I think I messed it up. And put it here maybe? Yeah. It goes here. I need to figure out my controls. Finish all subcards before completing the card, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. Okay, I will just do it this way. It's not working. It just keeps on putting it here. I think. Nope, it did not. I'm just... Wait, do I do it here? Yeah, that's what I do. Oh, I can't add hero cards. Duh. Okay, so then we'll do this. All right, cool. So we got that. So what we'll do, instead of working on, where are you? Video, there you are. Okay, so now that we've got that, so let's say if we have bigger paddle, we call bigger paddle and function. Unfortunately, Nuki Nook, you're getting deleted from the list now. But we've got another thing in here. Bigger paddle. Okay, there's that. And then we need to say bigger. Whoop, we don't need to say that actually. We need it here. Let's go bigger. Yeah, I don't like the this. It's very fragile, so we won't be keeping this, but the basic idea works. We can probably do a different type of array. I don't know what small sacrifice for the greater good. It'll probably be something where that is something else, whether it's a resource or something like that. Okay, but what we can then do is we're going to have a bigger paddle signal. Okay, signal, bigger paddle. Okay, and we're going to say bigger, not bigger paddle because we can't use that. Lengthen paddle dot emit, and we'll grab that, and we'll do that here. Okay, awesome. What happened? Oh, gotta paste in there somehow. Okay, here we go. So now what we'll do is we'll come to our world, and I think we have two paddles here. Yep, we do. Player and player 2, so that's fine. So we're gonna call function increase paddle size, and we're gonna say void, yep. And let's check out player and player 2. What are these sizes on there? I think we're at scale 1. Yep, we are. So that's fine. So we're going to say we want to do it this way. I think we want to do it this way. Player scale. Let's do it here. Var player. Oh, actually, no. We want to do this in ready for a reason. No, we can't do it in ready. Or yeah, we can. We can. We just can't do it right away. So player scale. And this is going to be a vector 3. Okay. And so then we're going to say vector or player scale equals player dot scale and then we're going to say something like actually we need to include an int here because I don't want to call a bunch of new timers. So we're going to say amount, and this is going to be an int, and we're going to say paddle dot scale equals vector 3 1.5 1.5 1.5. This should be fine because the paddle is a character body 2D. Oh, and it's player, not paddle. So it should be fine to just increase everything like that. And then we're going to say player 2 dot scale. And I think it's player underscore 2, but we'll see. What is going on with this music? Let's go to another one. There we go. Okay. I think it's player underscore 2. scale, and we'll do that, and then we'll say function regular paddle size, and this one we don't care about. Void, and we will say player.scale equals paddle scale. What did I call it? Oh, I just called it player.scale instead of paddle.scale. Player paddle underscore scale rather. And then player q dot scale equals player scale. And this equals this right here. Okay. And we want to, eventually we're going to want to add a tween to this so that we don't go straight from one value to the other. But I just want to see if this thing is going to work. And then we will probably wrap up here because this is giving me a starting point. I think I'm going to have to find a better way to organize this because I still think this is going to get really messy really fast. So we're going to go game manager and we're going to say, I think it's bigger paddle. Yeah, bigger paddle dot connect. And then this is going to be increase paddle size. Oop. There we go. And I need to give it a time. Let's go with 10. Actually, once again, I don't even know. We're gonna call this var paddle lengthen paddle time int 10. Okay, and we'll pass that along. So I think with that, I may have grabbed the wrong, I think it's lengthen paddle. Yeah, lengthen paddle, not bigger paddle. That's the name of the function. Yeah, I think that's right. So I am going to go ahead and run this. And we will pause our music because we have the game music playing now. So we should be able to get a score increase, or we should be able to lengthen the paddles. You know what? I didn't even start the timer anyway, so it wouldn't have ever mattered. Let's see. So we're going to say print paddle size increase, just to make sure that we're getting there. And then we're going to start get tree var timer, or not timer, big paddle timer equals get tree dot create timer, and we're going to give that amount. There we go. And okay, that should, and then we want to say big paddle timer dot timeout, and we're going to call regular paddle size. There we go. So let's try that, or dot connect. There we go. Okay, so let's see what we get now. I just want to make sure we're at least getting to here, where it's telling us that the okay, there is that. That score multiplier. So that score multiplier. Okay, what's happening in our game manager? Okay, let's just... Actually, no, let's not do it there. So let's go here and do that. And we'll do this so that we don't have any worries about what happens there. And then we should be calling bigger paddle. And we're going to print called bigger paddle function. Okay, so we should have that. And I'm going to have to go, before we do our next stream, I'm going to have to go and remove some of these print statements. We got this one. Oh, that worked. That worked. And now we should, after about 10 seconds, we should go back down to the normal size. We did with that. Okay. I don't know that I want them getting bigger on the y-axis or the z-axis. I think we just want it getting it bigger on the... Where's the x-axis? I always forget. Let's see what we have here. So, player... Okay, and let's start our music back. Yeah, for real, yeah. This is all flowing. I'm gonna have to go and clean all this up because this is not gonna work. This is just not gonna work this way. I think I'm gonna have to go and put these all in a power-up manager and do it that way just to make it a bit cleaner and see if I can come up with a better option to match. But this is promising that it actually is cooperating the way that I want it to. So let's go player. I just want to check and see if I can tell like what size these are, because I am just completely blanking on if what is going on here? Oh, we're inside the box. That will be why. I think that's the z-axis. I think it is. I think it is. Because if I go... Yeah. No, that is the x-axis. I'm going to have to really go through and create us a... Yeah, so we're just doing x. And so what we'll do is instead of a vector 3... we will say player.scale.x and player.scale.x, and we will just say that to 1.5 and 1.5. I am sure that there's going to be a better place to store this, probably in the powerup manager or in the powerup code. Oh, it's .x. And then we will say x and x. And then we'll do x, x. Okay. Let's just try this out really quick. I just want to make sure we didn't break anything, and this is working as we expect, but I believe this should do the trick. I'll see if I end up liking that better, or if I want to keep the increase. Yeah, I think that's better, because I think if you get the paddle too much thicker this way, that you end up kind of potentially running into some weird stuff. So what I will do is, before we go, I'll do one more thing. I will say var tween equals get tree dot create tween, and then we'll say tween dot property tween property. We're going to call object player. Is it I forget. I think it's player here, and then it is scale x, And then we're going to, final value is going to be 1.5. And then our duration, let's say it's over 0.3 seconds. And so then we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to do player 2. And we're going to say tween dot set, is it set parallel? Set parallel equals true. Okay. And then we set the timer, that's fine. And here, whoops, here, we will do the exact same thing. And we'll do that, except instead of that, we are going to player scale.x. Okay, so now if I've done this right, what we should have is we should have the exact same thing, except instead of expanding instantly, we go ahead and we instead expand over 1/3 of a second. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. All right. Excellent. Okay. I think that is good for today. This gives me a really good starting point for what these look like. I need to figure out where these are called from instead. I think instead that these need to be called from the actual... I don't know. I'll have to think about this. I'm thinking that maybe these should be called from this world scene, but they should actually live in the power-up manager scene. Because, like, I could have, like, increase object size, right? And I could give it, like, this, or I could give it the actual thing that we're trying to increase. So I could give it player and player 2. And then I could also give it stuff like this scale.x or scale x, so that we only increase the scale x for the player. But maybe I have another one that's like increase object size, and I give it the ball, and instead of scale x, I give it the entire scale, and do it that way. That'll be. I saw a video about that recently where it was doing that for the for menu animations. And I think it would really work the same way. And that way, all of my animations that were making things bigger or smaller would be consistent. That would also give me the option to do that. I think that's a spam. Great. So let's time that out. But yeah, so I think that's it for today. But thanks everybody so much for checking us out, and we are going to call it here. We have made some solid progress here on the power-ups. I do think I need to make a bit more abstraction just so it's easier to do this. But I could have a, increase object size, return object size, and then I could even have a make object smaller and then return object size. And that way, this return object size could be used in both cases. So, there we go. Good deal. Thank you. And yeah, and that is it. That is it for today. But thank you so much for joining, and have a great one, everybody. We are wrapping up here. Once I find OBS, anyway.